Okay, so another examples. Number 1, permutation of 8 taken 5 at a time. Okay, so gagamitin natin dito ulit yung ating formula. First, identify muna natin yung ating mga given. Yung n natin dito is 8 at yung r is 5. Then the formula is P, permutation of n taken r at a time equals n factorial over quantity of n minus r factorial. So, i-substitute lang natin sa ating formula yung ating mga given. Okay, so yung n papalitan natin ng 8 at yung r papalitan naman natin ng 5 equals, so permutation of 8 taken 5 at a time equals yung n magiging 8 factorial over quantity of 8 minus yung r papalitan naman natin ng 5. Okay, factorial. So simplify this one. Okay, this will become 8 factorial over 8 minus 5 is 3 factorial. Okay, so yung 8 factorial, i-rewrite natin siya with a factor 3 factorial. Okay, so i-rewrite natin. Ito ay magiging, dito na lang sa taas, dito, equals, yan ay magiging 8 times 7. I know, ilipat ko siya dito kasi baka hindi siya kasya. So, ilipat ko na lang dito sa baba. Okay, so ito ay magiging 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 factorial over 3 factorial. Okay, then i-cancel na natin itong 3 factorial. Cancel na yan 3 factorial. So, ang matitira na lang dito ay 8. Okay, 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. So, yan na lang yung natira. And that is equal to 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 is equal to 6,720. 6,720. So this is the answer in example number 1. Okay, let's have another example, number 2. Okay, so permutation of 12 taken 3 at a time. Okay, so yung n natin dito ay 12 at yung ating r is 3. And then, gamitin ulit natin yung ating formula. So, yung n, papalitan natin ng 12. Tapos, yung r, papalitan naman natin ng 3. Equals 12 factorial over quantity of 12 minus 3 factorial. Then, simplify further, that will become 12 factorial over 12 minus 3 is 9 factorial. Okay, so i-rewrite natin yung 12 factorial with a factor 9 factorial. So 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 factorial over 9 factorial. And then i-cancel na natin itong 9 factorial. So ang matitira na lang dito ay 12 times 11 times 10. And the answer is 12 times 11 times 10. So the answer is 1,320. Okay, so ito yung ating permutation of 8 or of 12 taken 3 at a time. Okay, so ito yung ating sagot sa number 2. 1,320. Okay? Number 3, example. Permutation of 9 taken 4 at a time over permutation of 8 taken 5 at a time. Okay, so note, with factorial notation in mind, permutation of 9 taken 4 at a time can be considered as taking 4 consecutive factors starting with 9. So that is 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 over permutation of 8 taken 5 at a time can be considered as taking 5 consecutive factors starting with 8. So that is 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. So simplify na natin to. So cancel na tong 8, 7, at 6. So ang natira na lang dito sa taas ay 9 over yung natira sa baba ay 5 times 4. Okay, so that is 9 over 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, so wala nang simplified form pa ng 9 over 20. So this is our answer dito sa number 3. 9 over 20. Okay? Okay, example number 4. Permutation of 6 taken 2 at a time times permutation of 5 taken 3 at a time over permutation of 4 taken 2 at a time. Okay, dito sa number 4, just like what we did in number 3, ganun din ang ating gagawin. So, first is itong permutation of 6 taken 2 at a time can be considered as 2 consecutive factors starting with 6. So that is 6 times 5. Then ito namang permutation of 5 taken 3 at a time can be considered as 3 consecutive factors starting with 5. So 5 times 4 times 3 over yung permutation of 4 taken 2 at a time can be considered as 2 consecutive factors starting with 4. So 4 times 3. So cancel na natin yung 4 at i-cancel na din natin yung 3. Okay? Then, ang matitira na lang ay 6 times 5 times 5. And that is equal to 150. Okay? 6 times 5 times 5 is 150. Okay, so the answer here in number 4 is 150. Next, number 5. So in number 5, we have permutation of 5 taken 2 at a time times permutation of 3 taken 2 at a time all over permutation of 4 taken 2 at a time times permutation of 3 taken 1 at a time. Okay, so dito sa number 5, just like what we did in the previous examples, so yung permutation of 5 taken 2 at a time can be considered as 2 consecutive factors starting with 5. So 5 times 4 times ito namang permutation of 3 taken 2 at a time can be considered as 2 consecutive factors also starting with 3. So 3 times 2 over yung nasa baba, itong permutation of 4 taken 2 at a time can be considered as 2 consecutive factors starting with 4. So 4 times 3. Then itong permutation naman of 3 taken 1 at a time can be considered as 1 factor lang kasi 1 lang naman ito yung kanyang R. So 1 factor lang. So 3 lang siya. Okay, 3. Then simplify, cancel na tong 4, cancel na din itong isang 3 natin sa baba, tsaka sa taas na 3. So ang matitira na lang dito ay 5 times 2 over 3. Itong nasa baba. Okay, so that is equal to 5 times 2 is 10. So that is 10 over 3. So this is now the final answer.